maintain their speed right there, that's the corner I would give up rather than giving up 1 and 2.
Well, that's the compromise for sure, because you got to have the car turning real well in 1 and 2 to be able to get through there, and then these guys will just have, oh, we got a little trouble here.
Contact. It is Stephen Wallace and the Home Lap Communities Dodge up across the racetrack and just tags the outside wall here in lap number 5.
Racing up on the outside of Cale Gale in the 33. Looks like he may have locked up the brakes getting in the corner.
Something.
Actually, looks like we got to see some smoke.
You have a leak somewhere, or was that a brake?
No, I saw some sparks coming out of the right side of it, too. I don't know if...
Like flames in the right rear there.
You know, guys, I'm not so sure we didn't lose an engine. It's coming out from under the hood. Flames out the side. It looks like the thing has blew an engine up getting down in the corner, so... We'll just have to take a look. It's still on fire, so I believe he's lost an engine going in 3. Let's take a listen.
Now we're being told from spotters that he has said on the radio that the brake pedal went all the way to the floorboard there as he went in the corner, and you saw the flames from the right rear. So a tough break first.
Yeah, there is a little bit of a second groove starting to come in, it looks like, especially off of turn 2. They're getting a little more momentum. Oh, up the racetrack. I don't know if he got in the wall or not.
Clear. Whoa, good job.
Oh, Bliss, big hit.
Oh, and he gets sandwiched on the side there by the 14 car of Kyle Krisolov, who had nowhere to go. He had traffic above him, and Bliss's car comes down across the race.
Bad damage.
Yeah, that's a hard wreck right there.
Kyle had nowhere to go on that one, and just a victim.
What called him about getting a chance to win here at the home racetrack? Let's take a look and now watch the 21 go high.
He just got loose, Andy. It looked like getting in the rear and kicked out, brought it up the track. But when that happened, he slows up.
Yeah, it looked like the 24 car just got into the back of Mike Bliss in the 22. Then it sets this up right here where you see the 14 car come in there and hit him really hard on the side.
All right, different angle here. Now watch a 21 go up. See if you can see the left side of your screen here as he goes across the racetrack. Watch the 22 come into your picture here as he comes back around. There's the tag. You can just barely see the contact.
Well, you can see it all started with the 21 when he got loose and went up the racetrack. It startled everybody. And then the wreck and just keeps happening behind it. We got tag from Landon Castle. The 14 car comes through of Kyle Krisolov, and there's a wrecking way behind him. Everybody's trying to slow down, and they stay wrecking.
Looked like Kenny Wallace was trying to get up across a racetrack, up, out, away from those spinning cars, and he might have got a little tap from behind.
Scott Wimmery's done a great job out there with Richard Childress Racing. He's understanding this car.
Got two guys here getting together.
Contact.
Going around behind you. Caution's out.
That's what I was talking about. These young guys, you got to pull the reins back on them.
Travis Kittleson in the 20 car and the 24 car of Landon Castle coming together. Joe Gibbs car number 20 and Rick Hendrick car number 24. Two young drivers getting an opportunity, and they had some contact here. Heavy damage on the front of that National Guard Chevy.
Good cars, ain't nothing you can do.
As I tell you, it looks like the 20 car of Travis Kittleson got in and got loose. I didn't see him run in and hit the 24, but you see a rear end coming around and up into Landon.
Yeah, the 20 car was fighting to stay that first car one lap down in case the caution did come out. He could get the lucky dog.
Take a look for Mike Wallace's car and outside to see what he thought. Yeah, both of them get sideways, and when they're sliding,
on
Andy.
the inside. Wrecking in front of you. Down low, down low. Come on, come on, come on.
Just two guys, two young guys racing hard.
Come on.
Mike's probably going to just let this thing stop for a minute. I haven't hit anything yet, but I almost got hit 10 times.
Now watch the 03. Todd Bodine just gets through. Keselowski not quite so lucky. Mike Wallace makes a good hard left and gets it through. All right, from Cale Gale's onboard camera.
Back it down, back it down. Hey, come on. Got it, come on. Hey, another wreck, come on, clear.
Feel like anybody can run with him.
Wow, and Reed Sorensen coming back as the caution now waves again. And got trouble, got a car stuck down in turns 1 and 2. There is the 25 car and has had some hard contact. That's Richard Johns, only driven by David Gill. And let's see if we can see what happened entering turn 1.
This is almost identical to qualifying. It gets down in turn 1, it gets loose. Just tore the whole back end of the car up.
Let's take a look at the qualifying lap, Andy, and see what happened there, because you're right. It looked awful similar going into the corner. He's qualifying. He kind of stays out. Car's already loose. Can't get it to the bottom. It backs it in the wall. Bam.
Almost identical.
Tell you what.
Only thing different is the sun's out right here when he was qualifying.
Now here's what happened just a moment ago here in traffic entering turn 1.
Almost, you can see his marks from qualifying going up there. He hits just a little bit farther down, but it's exactly the same kind of wreck.
Tell you can't hardly tell any difference at all. I mean, when they go back to the shop this week, they're going to have to call their frame guy up and say, give me 2 of these, baby, because that's what it's going to take to fix them.
Our Sorensen in the 41 pulling right up now within a half a car length of the 60, who gets right in the back of the 42.
That's too bad. That was...
Carl got in the back of him, took him out accidentally. 1, 2, 3 cars in that accident. Looks like the 42 is going to get out unscathed.
So these guys racing hard down in the corner. Carl's got a great car here, and he's got 4 new tires. These other cars are cars that either stayed out or took 2. He just gets right into the back of the 42. Just a light tap, but doesn't take much.
Well, tell you what, the positive thing, that's a bad thing for Carl Edwards and Kevin Hamlin's mind, everybody's mind. You don't ever want to see a driver take another driver out, but probably going to help Edwards. I know he didn't mean to do that, but now these caution flags are really going to help on the fuel, and he's going to be the beneficiary out of this whole deal that he started.
Wow, Scott Wimmer did a great job to miss those guys.
Yeah.
33 car did miss, got into the wall here. Right with Cale Gale in the 33 right here. You see this wreck happen just in front of him.
Come on, whoa, spin.
There's nothing he can do to try to avoid that.
And you're sliding through that grass, you're holding on, you don't want it to hit anything, and you're sliding and sliding, all of a sudden, bam.
Jason Keller also involved.
Well, back at Gateway International, the latest young victim is another 19-year-old, Brad Coleman. Was involved in an incident just a moment ago, bringing out caution number 8. We'll show you what happened. And on the corner, too many cars, too little room, and too much contact.
But Jerry sailed that baby down on the inside of J.J. Yaley. Of course, Yaley up the track, no contact, but they both run up, got to get out of the throttle, and they all run out of real estate.
And Bobby East in the 37 car gets into him. And then Kelly Byers gets involved.
Yeah, Bobby East had the 77 on the inside of him. Now, this is the onboard camera for Brad Coleman.
See, J.J. Yaley being pretty smart, giving Brad Coleman plenty of room. And then the 37 car just jumps down in there.
And to Bobby East's defense, by the way, he had a 77 car on the inside of him. Now, watch the right side of your screen. Contact there. Brad Coleman goes around, almost gets the side of the 37. He does get Kelly Byers out of shape, and he spins, and we end up with caution number 8 on the night.
I tell you, it might have looked.
It's been a rough last 25 laps or so for Tom Bodine. First he was clipped by the 9 car, and now there's trouble on the racetrack.
And it's the 60 car, our points leader, Carl Edwards, and
Coming
his
to you guys, here we come, coming to you.
They've been struggling getting into this corner loose.
Hold it up there, hold it up there.
Sounded like it may have been wheel hopping, like he wheel hopped the rear wheels getting in that corner.
Take a look at Carl's last 5 finishes. The last 2 very uncharacteristically have been outside the top 10. 11th at Daytona. That tire problem, wheel problem at Chicago, finished 20th. His previous 2 races he won were at Dover and Nashville. You see the 33rd place finish at Kentucky. He got into contact with another car there. And so, you know, he has 1 top 5 finish in the last 5 events.